Hello everyone. Thank you for joining this channel. If you are already joined, welcome. If you are not, then I encourage you to join this channel because I talk about AGI, artificial general intelligence aspects, and I will share with you some of my inventions which are in my books and are waiting for financing to be produced and developed. And so I want to talk about if machine, because these are my own thoughts when I develop my inventions. I'm not going through the details. That was the question. That was the challenge. Could they be like us? So this is a dream of AGI, and it has always been less about efficiency and more about intimacy. It's not enough for a machine to calculate faster than we can or to recall facts with flawless precision. The real fantasy, the one tucked into science fiction and boredom slide decks alike, is that a machine might one day learn like us, absorbing experience with all the messiness, surprise, and creativity that human cognition allows. At first glance, machines already seem to mimic us well enough. A child is exposed to thousands of words before uttering her first sentence. A large language model is trained on billions of words before it can generate one. A pianist practices scales to develop dexterity. A reinforcement learning agent plays millions of games to master Go. The structures appear parallel, yet the resemblance is more superficial than substantial. See, the child doesn't need billions of examples, nor does she fail entirely when the conditions of the task change. A toddler who has learned to stay blocks can often figure out how to nest cups. Machines, by contrast, are brittle. A small shift in data and their competence can evaporate. So what accounts for the gap? See, some researchers, including myself, argue it is embodiment. Humans learned with bodies, not just brains. We bumped into furniture, burned our tongues, stumbled in playgrounds. These physical experiences anchor abstract reasoning in a web of sensations, emotions, and consequences. An algorithm, by contrast, lives largely in a statistical space, detached from the friction of the world. For it, a chair is not something heavy that bruises a shine, but an array of labeled images. The richness of human learning in this account comes not only from neurons, but from nerves, muscles, hunger, and pain. Others insist the difference lies in motivation. We are driven by curiosity, boredom, and desire, forces that propel us toward novelty without explicit instruction. No one tells a child to be fascinated by puddles, yet puddles are studied with care. Today's learning systems are rarely curious on their own. They optimize toward the goal set by a programmer. Remove the reward signal and the learning halts. This absence of intrinsic drive is a reminder that intelligence is not simply information processing, but a restless, open-ended engagement with the world. Even memory plays a different role. Machines store perfect replicas, vast archives of data. Human memory is partial, reconstructed, distorted by bias and emotion. Paradoxically, this imperfection grants us flexibility. We generalize from fragments, filling gaps with imagination. The mind's errors become, in practice, tools of invention. A machine that never forgets risks being literal in ways we are not. If it ever learns like us, it may need to learn how to forget. Yet, To frame the question as a simply binary, can AGI learn like a human, yes or no, misses the most interesting possibility. Perhaps the goal is not to replicate our learning, but to complement it. Machines that learn differently may offer perspectives that widen our own. They might be meticulous where we are careless, tireless, where we are weary, literal, where we are metaphorical. See, if AGI becomes more human-like, it will not be because engineers have perfectly modeled neurons or simulated playrooms, but because we have chosen to design systems that interact with our world as partners rather than tools. Still, the aspiration lingers. Each breakthrough invites us to wonder whether the next will finally grant machines a kind of human spark, a system that can generate original hypotheses, transfer skills across domains, and pursue goals without constant prompting begin to blur the line. Yet even if such systems arrive, they may not learn like us so much as alongside us. Their cognition will be alien, mathematical, grounded in vectors rather than senses. To be human is to learn under the shadow of mortality, to accumulate knowledge while knowing one will lose it. Machines, as long as they are repairable and replicable, have no such horizon. They can be reset, retrained, resurrected. Their errors do not scar. If they ever learn as we do, it will be because they have been given something resembling our fragility. The pursuit of AGI is thus not just technical but philosophical. To ask whether machines can learn like humans is also to ask what it means at its core to learn. Are we defined by our efficiency, our adaptability, our curiosity, or our capacity to err? The answer may reveal less about the future of machines than about the peculiar intelligence of the species asking the question. So what do you think? Let me know in the comments below. Until next time.